guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is so very special. We're going to play with Simply Posh's Cosmetics, the new limited edition holiday collection. We have their Cozy Cabin eyeshadow palette as well as their cheek palette with us. I am so excited to dive into this. Obviously, this is a holiday edition, so it's not going to be here forever. But the palette, the shades that were chosen, they've done a Cozy Cabin palette before. This, I feel, is just perfect for the holidays. Let me show you the inside. It comes with a mirror too. And look at these shades. It's so versatile. It's so gorgeous. I love the layout of Simply Posh Cosmetics. They do lighter tone mattes in the top row and they have like more deeper grungy tones in the last row, and in the middle we have full of duochrome shimmers. It's so beautiful. This formula, definitely, I'm very familiar with it, but they have revamped their shimmer formula. Earlier, their shimmer formula was a little bit more on the stiffer side, which I felt like can be a concern, especially if you use those shimmers with the finger. With the brush, it picks up just beautifully and it sparkles and shines. I have an oily eyelid, so if I keep my shimmer shadows for a long period of time, and I'm saying like 6 to 8 hours, I totally can see that line coming over on that fold. But their shimmers definitely stay in place without creasing, and that's because of their formula. I love their formula. I'm going to test it out. I'm going to do at least 3 looks today. They also came out with the Cozy Up cheek palette, and this is definitely new to them. They've never done a blush and a highlighter palette before, and this, I feel like it can serve variety of skin tone. The highlighters goes from very light to like a deeper goldeny tone, and for the blush, it goes from a baby pink shade to like a deep berry shade. We're going to put all of this on our face, so without further ado, let's begin. Let me also give you a close-up of all the swatches, and this is inside. I do not have any artificial lighting, so I just have like a huge window in front of me. So you are seeing this in natural lighting, but I'll also pop up a swatch under sunlight so that you can see all the shifts, the dimension, the sparkle and the shine that I could capture. And I'll also show you like different lightings, in low lighting, in under like flashlight, how it shows. But I cannot wait 1 minute more. Let's put this baby on our face. Obviously, I've done the entire face. I just have my bronzer. I did not use any blush or highlighter, so let's do that. For the blush, let's start off with this shade and we'll deepen it out with this. And on the other cheek, we'll do this and we'll lighten it up with this. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to go with Cozy Up, which is the deeper of the coral shade, this one. And super pigmented. I'm going to tap off the excess and I'm going to tap it on the perimeter of the face. I think on me, and I'm more of a tan skin tone, it's coming out to be more corally, more on the orangey corally side, and just went with like one dip. I'm going to go on the lighter one, which is Warm Wishes, and then let's put that. These are so pigmented, guys, so pigmented. I'll definitely go over with a powder brush. And because it is more on the matter side, it definitely smoothens out the texture. It's like smoothing it out. I have a lot of texture on my face. That's too much. So let's just take my powder brush and just soften it out. Yeah, I think that's more appropriate. Okay, now let me just wipe off my brush and then go into the shade, which is Winterberry. It's more of like a plummy shade. Let's put that there. Yeah, that's a beautiful shade. And because I went with like a more fluffy brush, if you get a more of a denser brush and if you're more deeper than me, I easily feel that you can definitely use that. That's beautiful. Let's take Snug, which is the lighter pink shade, and put it right on the cheek area. Yeah, this is a matte formula, so definitely smoothens out all the texture, which I am loving. Loving that. I'm just gonna even it out on both the sides. And now let's move on to the highlighter. Let's see how this rolls. Let's take Miracle, this one, on one side of the cheek. I don't know how much to take, but we'll see. Ooh, that's a smooth highlighter. Oh my God. You know how much I love a smooth highlighter. It's blinding, but it is so smooth. It's blinding, but it meshes well into the skin. I love a smooth highlighter and not a glittery highlighter, and that's exactly what this is. At least the shade. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's take this one, which is Merry and Bright, and I'm gonna take that on the other side of the face. Oh, beautiful. These are all smooth highlighters. I love it. There you go. You can see this, Merry and Bright, and this is Miracle. Let's take that Sweater Weather shade, which is that golden tone, on the bridge of the nose. Oh, I thought it's gonna be deep. It's not. That's a perfect shade, like an everyday perfect shade for me. I love it. I'm gonna just tap that Sweater Weather on both the sides, just to tame down the iciness. Okay, we'll use this Snowed In shade in the inner corner. Well, let me just blend everything in, just so that it's not over the top and we get like a beautiful glow. Very impressed. Very, very impressed. Okay, let's take that lighter shade, which is Snowed In, and this looks like a very whitish highlighter. Yeah, this can go so beautiful on fair skin tones. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. I like it. Like it. Okay, now start of the show, let's go into the palette. Now that you've seen all the swatches on the screen, I don't even know what to do. These purples are calling out to me. You know how much I love my purples. And oh my God, when this is definitely swatched, when you see this palette unswatched, all on its glory, it's so pretty. It has some beautiful stampings. This top row has like Christmas trees and gifts right next to it, and the bottom row has cabin imprinted everywhere. And these duochrome shades are so sparkly, so shifty. It's so beautiful, you guys. The columns that are calling out to me are definitely the purple one and the neutral one. It's so very pretty. This blue shimmer is gorgeous. Oh my God, the shimmers definitely stand out so beautifully. Let's begin. Let me also tell you, this palette launches on 6th of November, which is Monday, and at 3 p.m. CST, and the palette will retail for $45. You can use my code SMITHY, SMITHY, and save 10% off. And the cheek palette will retail for $40. Again, you can use my code SMITHY to save 10% off. Now, without wasting one more second, let's move on to the eye looks. Okay, let's go from deep to light. Let's take this maroon shade, which is Fireplace, and I'm gonna take that on the outer corners. Look how pigmented those shades are. I just love them so much. So pretty, you guys. I'm also gonna take the same shade on the lower lash line too. Okay, let's move on to this shade, Tradition, which is that orangey shade in the palette, this one. And I'm gonna take that and melt it with that maroon shade, going in the center of the eyelid. Just placing the shades first. We'll definitely blend it in just a minute. Wiping off my brush. Let's go into this shade, which is Wish List. And I'm going to take that Wish List on the inner third of the eyelid. Okay, and melting it with that orange. I am dipping everywhere. I mean, you can see it. You don't need to. Absolutely, you can stick to the column and get variety of looks. You can just stick to all the columns, use 3 shades, and you'll get a beautiful blended look. Now I'm going to take this stocking shade, which is that yellowy peachy shade. I'm going to take that on the edge of this maroon and orange. Okay, once we have that, I know it's too much, I know. I'm going to take my NYX Glitter Glow and just tap it right on the center of the eyelid where we left it blank. Okay, I'm going to start off with this shade, which is Pine. And Pine, it's such a beautiful green to a blue flipping shade. And I'm going to just place that right there. Look how sparkly it is. You can even see it, how beautiful that is. So pretty. Against that red, like maroon shade, that green is popping so beautifully. And I'm going to take it like on a diagonal form, just so that I can showcase all the shimmers. Look at that, how beautiful that is. Okay, now, okay, let's take this. Oh my God, so... Okay, let's take this shade, which is Festive. Definitely an orange, but with a strong green flip. Oh, that with that maroon. Oh my God, that, look at that. So beautiful. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's beautiful. I'm gonna go back into that same brush that we used, that Fireplace shade, the maroon shade. I'm just tapping off the edges, just so that we don't lose that right there. And then I'm just gonna take a smaller brush and I'm gonna dip into, what are we dipping into? Let's take this Candy Cane shade, which is that orangey shade. I'm gonna take that right in the inner corners. I know we had that highlighter shade, but I just want to use most of the shades as I can. That's a beautiful shade. That with that reddy tones would also be amazing for a neutral eye look. That's beautiful. Let me finish off this eye with some liner and mascara and I'll get right back. And that's my first eye look. You can see how sparkly and shiny it is. Like, it feels like there's a spotlight on me, but there's none. It's just a window in front of me. It's so, so pretty. So shiny. And I can totally see the shifts too. I can see an orange and a blue shift here. And I can definitely see that blue going into that green shift in the inner third. So pretty. I cannot see much shift here, but that might be because I've used it on my inner corners. Let's move on to the next eye look. Okay, I am so much dying to use this purpley column. So let's do that. Let me start off with this shade, which is Wintry. It's such a beautiful gray purple shade. Love these shades. I'm gonna take that on my inner corner. Look at how beautiful that shade is. And I'm also going to take that on the outer corner. So once we have placed that, I'm going to take a smaller blending brush and I'm going to go into Sleigh Bells. This one, such a beautiful shade. Again, this is also a gray leaning purpley blue shade. And I'm going to blend out the edges and the crease with that shade. Oh my God, so pretty, you guys. It's such a beautiful shade. Look at that. Why is my dehumidifier beeping so much? That felt so light in the pan. But I mean, it's a good mid-tone shade, I would say. At least on me. Look at that. That's definitely deep. I'm going to take a fluffy brush with no product at all, a clean blending brush, and just blend out the edges. Just like that. Look at that. I love it. Love it. I'm not even into blues, but that is beautiful. It's not blue. It's like a blue purple, blurple. Okay, now what are we gonna do? Let's do this shade, Snowfall, on the lower lash line. So I'm going to take that Snowfall shade, which is definitely more of a tealy blue shade. And I'm going to put that right closer to the lash line, lower lash line, just like that. And then go back into the Sleigh Bells shade, this, I don't know, gray lavender shade on my 13 mini, and just blend out the edges of that shade. That's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna take my NYX glitter glue, just a tad bit, again right on the center of my eyelid where we have that blank space. And now let's take this shade Angel again. It looks so beautiful, you guys. And this has like a purple to a green shifting shade. I mean, I see purple right now. And I'm taking that on the inner and the outer corners of the center of the eyelid and just melting it together. You'll see why am I doing that. Just because, you know, I can totally take this shade all across and be just satisfied with it because it's a beautiful shade. But I'm just leaving the center blank. And I'm going to take the shade Lights, this one, on the same brush. I'm going to take that right there in the center. And that will give that blue shift to that eye. Can you see that? Oh, that's so pretty, you guys. I feel that's just perfect. I'm going to just finish off this eye with some liner and mascara and I'll get right back. And that's my second eye look. It's so wintry, it's so beautiful. You know how much I love my purples and I'm loving that. Obviously, two different vibes. We went like very colorful in both of these eye looks. We went like more siren eye, more like lifted eye here. And this is more like rounded eye and more like a halo eye look. Now, we have not dipped into like the neutrals of the palette, which I am, oh my God, dying to use this. Like these shades are gonna be so pretty. So that's exactly what we're gonna go and do in the third eye look. So let's begin. Okay, I wiped off the previous two looks. Now let's move on to the third and the final look. Let's move on to the shade. Should I do hot chocolate or cozy? Let's start with hot chocolate and see how we roll, because I want to do something really like everyday and chocolatey. Let's see how it rolls, okay? I'm going to take that all across my crease, and this is refer number 15. It's a beautiful transitioning shade or crease shade for me. Superb. Love it. I just have my concealer underneath this, and you can definitely see like my waterline. Ignore that. We're going to just deepen it out underneath just so that you don't get distracted by it. Okay, so we have the hot chocolate all across. I don't think it's a beautiful transitioning shade no matter what, but I feel like we can add something. But I'm going to just take the same hot chocolate shade on the lower lash line too. That's such a beautiful tone for every day. Really pretty. Okay, what we're going to do is take that shade Cozy. This one, it has more of that peachy effect. So we're going to take that and I'm going to just place that towards the inner third of the crease. See, look at that difference. So pretty. Again, I'm going with like a big fluffy brush. If I take like a, if I take a packer brush, obviously it'll have a lot more impact. But I'm going with a very everyday look. So let's take that there. Beautiful. Okay, now for the outer corners, let's take the shade Chimney, this one, the deeper brown shade. Previously, I went from darker tone to lighter tone, and now I'm going from a lighter tone to deeper tone. Let's see how it rolls. I definitely feel if you want the depth that you're looking for, go with the deeper shade first and then blend it out with the lighter tone. Otherwise, you'll have to build it up quite a bit. Also depends upon how deep are you looking, how much depth you're looking for the eye look. So right there, look at that. That's such a beautiful shade. Obviously, I know if I would have applied the chimney shade first, it would have been much, much more deeper. At this point, I'm just tapping it and melting it with the other two shades. Okay, so once we have that depth that we're looking for, I'm just gonna take the previous blending brush that we used with that peachy shade and just blend the edges. And then we're gonna take a smaller brush and define the lower lash line with that chimney shade. So I'm gonna take that and then just place that on the lower lash line. It's such a beautiful tone of brown. It has that chocolatiness to it. So pretty. I'm gonna take that Cozy shade, the peachy shade, and then apply that on the lower lash line but on the inner third. And mix it with that deeper brown shade. Now let's take the NYX glitter glue and then just apply it right where we have nothing on the eyelid. This is gonna be such a simple eye look, but that's exactly what we're looking for. Like, can we apply the most simplest eye look but still look elegant and glam at the same time? That's such a beautiful tone. I love it. Okay, now let's take that gingerbread shade, this one. It is like a chocolatey brown shade, but it has a lot of pink sparkles running throughout it. I can also see like a dirty bronzy shade, but that might be because of the chocolatiness of the undertone. So let's take that. See, oh my God, this is such a beautiful, oh, so pretty. Now I'm gonna take that, the brush that we applied that deeper brown shade with no additional product. I'm just tapping the edges just so that the blend is seamless there. And then for the inner corners, let's take, we can take whatever. It looks stunning. I don't think we use this candy cane shade much more. Like, I know that we applied it on the inner corners, but let's give it its own shine and glory. So let's take that and then apply that in the inner third of the eyelid and then mix it with that chocolatey pink shade. Look at that. So stunning. I'm also going to take that same shade on the inner corner too. I'm going to finish off this eye with some liner and mascara and I'll get right back. And that's my third and the final look. I love how simple and everyday this look turned out to be. Let me see how many shades did we use. So out of the 18 shades, we used 16 shades, not bad at all. The only shades that we did not use is these two greens. And you can get such a beautiful olivey look if you just go through that. And I'll definitely do like a get ready with me using this again. But I definitely wanted to play this ASAP. I got this palette yesterday. I wanted to record it today. That's why I'm recording on a Friday. Hopefully everything will work out well and you'll get the video tomorrow. I am giving it A++. This palette is absolutely such a beautiful holiday gift and I am in love with this color story. I feel like this is definitely my favorite palette that Simply Posh Cosmetics has ever done, and the Berry Icy palette follows this like to a close second, but this is definitely my favorite color wise as well as the quality wise. I really love this. But that's all for today. Let's move on to the outro. I really hope that you guys enjoyed all the 3 looks that I created for you guys. Do let me know in the comment section below, out of the 3 looks, which one was your favorite? Are you team 1, 2 or 3? I really loved all the looks that I created. I'll put it in the comment section below, like which is my favorite look. But otherwise, I feel like this palette is so beautiful. I know I am well aware of Simply Posh Cosmetics palettes and the quality, but they did something different with their shimmers. These shimmers pick up so beautifully on a brush, and I use like, you know, like Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH41. That is, it's more like this kind of a brush. And I also use like a Refer number 2, which is this brush. It picks up so nicely, and I'm pretty sure it picks up very nicely on the finger too. But I feel with the brush, it gives the most amount of sparkle and shine. So try that if you've not tried Simply Posh Cosmetics. This is a perfect holiday palette, and the price is so right, like $45 minus the coupon code, whatever discount code you apply, minus Smithy. This is going to be such a beautiful present for any palette lover, I would say. Anybody who loves to wear eyeshadows, this would be so stunning. You can go every day, you can go like 6 looks are right in front of you. Like go down the column and 6 looks are right in front of you, but you can also dip and match, mix and match different shades, and it creates so very nicely. I feel like this gives us a lot of variety, but also getting out of the comfort zone. This is beautiful, like absolutely beautiful. And the cheek palette is also absolutely lovely. It's very pigmented. The highlighters are very smooth but blinding. I give 2 thumbs up for both of these palettes. If you did like this video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.